How are you doing? Can you hear me? Chris?
Oh, sorry. Had you on mute.
Okay.
He's used to trying to mute.
Oh,
You're funny. All right, everybody, we're live. So, hey, everybody, this is Maxx Fairo. This is DexApexMarkets.com. And today is the 16th of June, 2020. And we're here on our live station for YouTube Live. We're also being rebroadcasted into one of the rooms where we refer to as the Den. We will be having a lot of talk today about what we're going to be doing here within our network. So please bear with me as we work through some of the bugs and solutions. We will be making an actual broadcast system here over the next several days that we'll be inviting all of our Den members to. I guess if you don't know what the Den is, it's an acronym for the Dex Exclusive Network. And if you're watching this now, this is probably a rebroadcast for most of you because Christoph and I had not had a chance to set up everything in the broadcast side, which we will be doing over the next couple of days. If you're considering joining us at any level, this would be the one to get into because there's not going to be anything else. I think you and I, Christoph, have decided that it was time to just stand on top of that mission statement of helping as many people get their idea of success.
yeah, that's right, Max. We've had it out there for folks to kick the tires, so to speak. But now it's time to take a look at the auto and make a decision. If it's for you, fine. If it's not for you, I mean, I'm getting made a lot of calls yesterday, and there are folks that here's the common thread. I've been trading Nadex, and they humbly admit I've been unsuccessful. I am looking for help, and that's what people want. So I think we're able, with making it exclusive, we're going to be able to help a lot of people who join our network. Right.
Well, you're right. There is a tremendous amount of people out there that have had major issues with Nadex at one point or another. And it's not because I don't think it's like somebody said once to me before it's shady Nadex. It's not shady Nadex. What it is a misunderstanding of process. If you don't know how to use the systems, they look odd. It's not like anything else. If you traded Forex before, if you traded markets before, then you would know, but learning how to use anything in any process to make money can be very daunting and very scary. All right. I'm in which I shouldn't be doing, being very distracted. We should be talking about now what the Den is. We have had we've had a couple programs fire off over the years. We've been in business for about 7 years now total. Christoph, you've been with us for like 2 in the chair, or almost 2 years, a year and a half, a year, right? How long have you been in the chair as part owner? A little more than a year, or a year or something?
I think it was last, a year and a half at least.
Yeah,
a little over a year and a half.
Times go so fast with you. I don't understand. Maybe it's too slow, and maybe we're Benjamin Buttons. We're going backwards. I don't know. Am I getting younger? I don't know. That would make you a baby. No, I think that I think we have a real advantage over a lot of people in this industry because there is just so much that goes on. But let me show you. I want to get in and kind of show people what we're going to be doing. You know what? Let me do this. We're just going to do a quick rundown of exactly what we have and how and why things are going the way they are. A couple of months ago, we got into the whole COVID. Everybody's being released now, and everybody's being let out and doing whatever. We've done our time. Please let us go. But we're back into business now. We're getting things going on. I don't want to forget all the people that came over and wanted that help. They got free accounts, but we had over 800 people get a free account on the system, and since April 1st, and today's June 16th. Okay, so that's a lot of people. And out of those people, we got so many questions. We tried to help so many people, but really, I guess the adage, we can't help anybody who doesn't want to help themselves, right? I think that's fair to say. So if you're here, if you got into the free system, times are going to be changing just a little bit, okay? Because at the same time, you know, most companies were just like, let me hang on and survive, which we did it as well. We just hung on and survived. But at the same time, we were building. Now, what do we have so far? We have so much. Okay, we have the Dex Atomic portal, the Dex Atomic Trading View portal. We have our signal systems. We also have our TNT systems. The Dex Atomic portal is very strong. It's probably one of the strongest things that we've built outside the signal platforms and the ZDON bot. If you're unsure what the ZDON bot is, the one that trades automatically onto Nadex using the signals from various time frames. We have a very strong customer service division and a very strong technical department that is here to help you. And as we got into this COVID process, we turned off all the systems on April 1st, all the payment systems at our own peril. First time in 7 years that I had 0 subscriptions in our network. I think I cried a little. I think I cried a little and I did a shot of bourbon all at the same time. I think it was crying bourbon tears. But as of late, things have started to turn around and into a different mentality. As I began to talk more and more to clients and people that have bought into us, they all said the same thing. I wish I just had somebody who could walk me through it. I wish I just had somebody who could take me by the hand and make it happen. As you see all the alerts coming up, these are from our alert system. And I'm going to warn you now, I'm going to be showing you some behind the scenes stuff. So please bear with me as we get in. Major news was happening, top of the hour, 10 o'clock, a whole bunch of stuff released. Been a lot of news in the morning. I personally won on the last set of trades that I just did. And I even did a scalp out in my process here. So I still have trades to put in here that I won. I did a scalp out in the process as well. I did pretty well for this week so far since the 15th. I have a few more trades that I was putting in as I was getting other trades on. I'm up about $300 so far for the week. Today's Tuesday, but I'm still only trading one contract. And this one I did two, not at once. I did one and it went OTM, and then I did the process. And I even show you what that trade looked like. Here, oh, here it is. Look. And here's what happened with the trade. I got in, but what I done is that I didn't get in at the money. I didn't get in at here. I put on a working order for right here. And the reason why was it's 75. I put it at 75. I did it at that level. And the reason why, we'll talk about this more in a little bit for all you physical traders. You know, these aren't just sales videos, by the way, that we're making. These are learning videos. And if you're unsure what this is, if you're like, man, just give me the bot, then just go chill out, go get a latte or mochaccino, whatever you get from 7-Eleven or Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, whatever you use. But if you're here to learn how to trade, I'm going to teach you some things today. In this process, the mentality, okay, of an ATM mentality, okay, with an ITM set, meaning that in the money, we're coming back. If this is where the signal came out on this arrow, wherever this bar opened at, which is right here, you could actually buy an ATM at that point. And you're going to have a very, you're going to have about 60-something% success when you come at the open price, when you get a statement at the open price. But the good part about it is that you're going to have a high fill rate. Okay. So that's one thing to always consider. You know, you're going to have a fill rate. Excuse me. I'm not using my automated pen system. So we have a fill rate that we have to look at, right? And when we're here, it's about 90%. And I say 90% because sometimes if you're trying to fill a $45 profit share in there, okay, at this level, sometimes you're going to get there, it's going to be $35 or $40, and you probably put a working order and you're going to wait. And it may happen, it may not happen. So there's a really small percentage that, only 10% that we've found so far, but this is a guesstimation. From what I see, I feel maybe 90%, 95% of them get filled for me when I come at the money, but I only have a 62% success rate. Now you're probably saying, well, Max, that's not that great. Actually, it is. It's really, really good for us making money. 62% yields out very, very good results. Here's 62.3% on Ron Fickert's account from last week. And actually, he's putting other stuff on too. So, okay. So can it yield? Yeah, absolutely. It can yield. Here's somebody's account when it's sitting a little bit higher. Now, this is actually live. This is with David Menning's live account that he's doing right now. Lots of news, and I make little notes, and I talk to him about the process and tell him great work, get him on board. He's here. This is a long-term member, and he's in Physically Trading Live, but he had to go through his process. He had to learn. In learning away, these are the numbers when he started demoing, figuring stuff out. Now, remember, he only started on the 4th or 2nd. Went on the 2nd, did 159 trades from the 2nd until right around now. It took him about 2 weeks to get really comfortable. Right now, look at all these trades. These are all great trades. But then you go over live, and he's like, you got to start over. You got to get that mentality. He's building up his girth, right? 3 trades, 4 trades, 2 trades today because there's news. Got me? So there's a lot of work there. Now, back to the result here. You're in here training the process. You're using either a mentality of getting at the money with a lower rate of success, a higher rate of fill. Everything balances out, right? But if you learn how to read the charts properly, if you're here to learn how to read the charts, that's great. If you're not and you're just waiting for the bot to come out, well, you got a couple of weeks to wait. Shit's happening. So get in here and start training. If you're really here to make money, then this is how you do it. David Menning's a retired guy. Ron Fickert, all those guys. None of us are rocket scientists. But you can figure it out. It's very easy to read. It's very easy to figure out. And we show you how. And this is why I'm going to be leading all of you every day, having the availability to pick my brain and figure out this stuff. And also, you got to put the work in. So what we do is that we wait for it to come out. That arrow comes out. We go back a certain amount of pips or a certain amount of bars, and we look, where are the high lows? Where are the relationships? Okay. Where are the relationships? And I chose a relationship that was pretty close and hadn't been reached yet and had some pretty good opportunity, that I knew that if it was coming down and if there was news, if we did have any pushback, it would give us this kind of relationship. I could have came all the way back up to here as well and even done better. And when it came in and it picked up at this 75, it went OTM for a little while, which then I got one for 60 something bucks and averaged it out for $55 per side. And as it came in, it took off. I got into some things that I wanted to be able to watch this trade to make sure that if it kept on going out of the money, so I kept on watching it. But since I couldn't watch it anymore, when I came back, it had already started to plummet into it. And this is usually an indication that there's either going to be a strong push forward or it's going to come back and retest and then push out. And I didn't want to take a chance that I was going to lose a trade, so I got out. And that's a calculated scalp. That's Maxx Fairo getting in the way of his own primary desire to not to scalp, right? But that's my money. Now, what I ended up making was about 30 something bucks off of the trades. I probably should have waited and done all that stuff and the woulda, shoulda, couldas. But because I came back, I grabbed that. I just got out. Now, a couple of things happened when I was getting out. I waited a little bit too long. It started to play with the numbers a little bit, and I probably should have paid attention. I probably should have working order in, not a market order at that point, and just got out of the market because he could set it for whatever it wants. Now, when I do this, I have a much higher rate of success, 85 to 90% success, but my fill rate may drop down. And in fact, the numbers may even switch, right? It may go 60 something percent fill with 90% success. And there's some people out there that are trading in this mentality now. Then they're practicing in this process. So we got 3 ways to trade our system. We got 1 at the money, right? Now you have at the money and at the open. Okay. You have in the money. Now this is the buying pattern, right? So on the at the money, you're getting them for like $45 profit margin, right around that area. You can come down lower. You probably feel a little bit more, but now you're 40, 60. Kind of puts the numbers out. That extra $5 does mean something. Okay. ITMs, you're doing between 25 and 30. I can't seem to write with this stupid thing. About 25 to 30. Okay. And you're doing in the monies with an in the money information, right? But you're going to come back more into the money, right? You're going to come back into areas that when the signal comes out, you're going to come back to the price that has an in the money amount on it. And that's how you're going to trade it. Now, these have about an 85 to 90%, 80 to 85%, let's just say, success rate. But it's much more intelligent. You really should be looking at the market stronger. Here, when you do an at the money with an at the open, you're on the device of 60 something percent. But when you do an at the money price, okay, with an in the money statement, this is where it gets really fun, because if you feel like the price can come up and match up to this and do what it's doing right now, it's incredible. Like here with the signal that just came out here, what would I do? Well, if I know it's going to come up and press up against a particular zone, which I do feel it's going to do, this is where I would do my statement price at, in between these 2 zones, coming to the mean, the middle. And here it was probably a process. It was only 6 pips away. This could have been an in the money trade. This could have been a whatever trade it's going to be. Right. And then there's a final. Max? Yeah, buddy.
Well, you can finish up that thought, but maybe you could explain, maybe by going to Nadex, when you come in at the money and in the money, exactly what you're exactly. Maybe just kind of go over that a little bit, perhaps, for those who want to get back into trading and things of that nature.
You got to keep in mind that we are.
Is that too much to do?
No, it's not too much to do. It's it is in a way, because you're just going to have to trust me for a minute. Okay. Because we're not at the point where I could show it at the money, at the signal trade. When you get to Nadex, when you get over to Nadex, the system itself, your market price that you have for an at the money for profit margin. So there's 2 versions of at the money, a $45, $50, like, because the system, and again, going back to like super basics is very difficult, because there's a mentality, right? You've already started to learn a little bit. This is not, again, I'm not selling to, oh, what is Nadex, by the way? You know, that's not who we're talking to today. If you're watching this and you don't know what Nadex is, go take our Nadex Ninja course. It's free. Okay. But the at the money process, whether I'm speaking over your head or it's too much jargon or what have you, that's really up to you. This is what you're here to learn. When you come into the den, you're going to learn these particular tools, because you're going to get the chance to decide. This is not a blind survey process, right? Where you come in and you go, all right, Max told me to take this particular trade at this particular time. Thank you very much. See you later. It's not going to be that. And if that's what you're here for, then you're going to have to put some work into it to get it to that level for you. And what I mean by that is that we have a system that right now on this temporary little website that I made to kind of mess with my tractors here. This is an alert system. Okay. This is for the ATM signals that we're testing. Okay. There's that, where's the Great Britain pen? There it is right there. This is the one from, no, where is it? I'm sorry. It was this one right here. You see, that's the one I took in and won this morning. Here's another one up here, the Euro JPY. So the process was, did I use the signal or did I just come here and say, all right, Max said take 68.45 on the sell, and you get over to Nadex and you take the one that's closest to that number. This is a possibility for some of you, but I would suggest learning how to read the chart so you can combine them both. You see, because it's not just about, oh, I'm going to take all these trades that come up. This is 12 trades. Look, this is, how many trades is this? This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you went there and you tried to get them all, you're going to have it's like strip mining. You're going to have success, but do you have the balance? Is your balance there? Would you take an Audi JPY and a Great Britain Pound JPY and the USD JPY altogether? Because if the JPY comes in and craps the bed, guess what? You lose all three. You get what I'm saying? So you should learn how to read the process. And as we collect data, as we build this database, we put this and connect it to the ZDON that connects directly to Nadex and trades automatically. You're still going to be taking only a minimum amount of trades. I had people who took the ZDON with a bunch of signals and they're like, Max, I'm breaking even all the time. Well, you're taking every single trade. You have to find yourself the zone to be able to work with, knowing at certain periods of time during the week or the day or what have you, that there's times when certain pairs do better than others. And you won't only get that information by trading it. I'm willing to make bots and stuff for people and for things to work. But let me tell you, they will always bring you back to the mean. The bots in the system will always bring back the mean, which means the middle, by the way. Okay. In the den for the DEX exclusive network, when you come into this process, there is so much opportunity for you to learn these things. And for you folks that are just kind of popping in and going, you know, Max, just give me the number. And so I can just go play. Just give me the bot so I can just go do my thing. That's not going to work for you. You have to be ready to put the time in. That's not going to take much. Ask David Menning. How long did it take him? Before, what was it? Let me see. Let me jump back into looking at a system here. Total. Go back to the first day that he used this is the 2nd of June. The 2nd of June. And let's look at his live statement. Let's look at the live sheet. Where's the live? There it is. The 12th. So for all you math wizards, that's 10 days. That's 10 days to get to a point where he's making, look at it's not, come on, this isn't like he's going to be retiring to Maldives tomorrow. Okay. But this is, look at these numbers. He's choosing the best ones for him. And do you think he's just going and picking just random ones? No, he's actually looking at the market. He knows it doesn't take very long to do it. I want you to see this. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Got in at 7:02, got in at 7:03. He knows which ones he wants to do because he knows the market well enough for himself. And how did he get that information? He spent 2 weeks doing it. If I said to you, you could spend 2 weeks learning a process and us teaching you it and bringing you to it, to where you could start making $50 a day, even $50 a day. Let's just say that that's the average. What is the average? 120, 73. Let's find it out. He started 351, and there's how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Just under $100 a day, right? Let's just say you could do that. Let's just say that for some miraculous reason, I could get you to $100 a day within 2 weeks. That's $2,000 a month that you're making. Trading 20 days a month. He's only trading one contract at a time. So how do you get to $4,000 a month? You trade 2 contracts at a time. We call that CVG. And I'm serious. If you're not here for that, if you're not here to just put a little extra work in, I'm not sure who's with us today on the call besides Chris and I. There's Thor. But Thor can kind of contest to that as well. That how much time does it take, Thor, to put into doing this particular amount of work for trades?
Well, as we've said multiple times, 3 to 4 minutes. If I get into 6 minutes and I'm seeing the next candle come up, it's usually because I screwed up and was late getting to my computer by a minute or two.
Right.
So
I've been there too.
You know, one more cup of coffee or grab that last snack or something, and oops, I'm a minute late. But yeah, it only takes a very small amount of time to scan through these. And once you learn to read it, you'll look at them and immediately reject that one, reject that one. This one looks good. Reject that one. It's that fast.
Right, and in certain cases, you know, even on something to this effect, as I seen, like we get this beautiful push downwards, right? And I begin to look at like, all right, we came back up. We don't know what we don't know, you know, but this is something that if I came in and I couldn't see anything to the right, this is something that I would pull back to, right? And even at that point, knowing that, you know, here's where my markets are, here's where my lines are right here. I would still lose this trade. You're going to have losses. And I may even avoid a particular trade like that because there was so much market movement coming back up. Even on something like this, there was so much pull away from the moving average that it's going to try to push back to that average. And you see, and that's what it's doing right here. This push thing, this 3 or 4 bars that come out through news, you know, this makes this a very difficult process to take, even though that we have a downward average, a downward trend. So I would pull back to the high. I would pull back and retreat my timing back up to here because I know that it wants to kind of come back, or I'd even move it down into somewhere in here. Or knowing that it's going to continue on going down because it has to retreat down and then come back up. This would have probably been a really good safe bet to get into at the money. Now, what I mean by at the money is that when you go to Nadex, you're getting them for $45. We call that at the money trading. That profit margin that you're making at that point is you're not going to get it for 50 unless it's out of the money, unless the price has traveled outside the statement price that you're looking at. Okay. So for you guys that are here watching this, and I'm sending this video out to the Den members. I'm sending this video out. If you see it on Facebook, if you see it in on YouTube, and you're watching this and you're like, damn, what is Nadex? Then, like I said before, go take our Nadex Ninja stuff that we have. This is going to be the tone that we're going to be using. This is not a Den sales video. It's more of a training session for the Den members in a way. Now, Thor, you use in the money trading, right? You use.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And one of the things I do, and to screen out trades real quickly, is I trade with the trend. So, for example, like that 5 a.m. trade, an up arrow in a long down trade, I would just pass on that. You know.
So you would pass on this one.
Yeah. It's in a long downtrend, or at least a fairly shallow, but
established,
still,
right?
You know, established downtrend. I would just pass on that. I wouldn't waste my time. I might look at it, but you know, I would reject that and move on to the next trade. You know.
Okay.
This is something I do. It's not a rule or anything like that. You might trade at the money, or you might trade a different way, but that's just me.
Now, what I also do is that I look at the previous 12 bars in a 5-minute for 1 hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would come to the top of that peak. This would be the peak that I would trade at if I was going to trade it as in the money. I'm looking for peaks and where things are at. You know, I would even probably, you know, if I tried to come to the bottom of this peak, it would definitely be a loser. But as I look at peaks at where are my established peaks at, okay, that's that one, and even one up here. But again, I'm not going to get this price at $45. I possibly could if it came really close. So this might be something that an in the money statement price that we're buying would be more at like $35, $30 in that case. Still a good case for in the money trading, $25 to $30 being a good margin, and you're going to win 90% of these if they get filled. They have a lower fill rate, but they have a higher rate of success than at the money trading. So in this particular cases, you know, what would you have lost if you came back to peak? It all depends on how you're getting your statement price. Remember, if you're buying just at the money, you're buying way down here. You're getting a statement price way down here. And this is a loss, but that's okay. Because if you're trading just with the trend at the time, you would lose this one, not get this one, win this one, win this one. You might still win this one if it can bounce off that level and come down. But like I said, again, how you're buying them, if you're buying them at levels, even at this one right here, like I said, we bought that at, we could have came in and bought that there. Even if I made the statement come in and buy around in this area, which I would probably have done at that point, it would have gotten filled by this candle right here at the money, and boom, big win. Because I'm looking for hard zones for to fill on. Okay, so the training here that you're going to get within the den is this kind of training. We're going to sit down and analyze the market as we go. 3 or 4 hours a day in the morning. You'll have Thor in here. You'll have Paul in here later on in the evenings and night and early mornings for the other channels. You got David Menning. You got Ron Fickert. You got other people in this process that are learning and training and making money. So you're no longer just going to be watching somebody trade theoretically in some demo process. This is live money. Okay. This is live money. Again, I'm up about 300 for the week. I haven't put the rest of my stuff in this morning. Okay. But even just from last week I had a pretty good week, 700 something bucks. But again, only trading one contract at a time. All right. You guys got any questions, any statements you want to bring out at this time? Anything, Bueller?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm good.
All right. So there is a, let's talk about what you're going to be going and getting, coming over to the den, and why the other factors of why we're doing this. Being that we're going to walk you through the process and we're going to help you get to that point, our main objective is to get you to going live, but not to push you. I don't want you, if it takes you 4 weeks, is it worth it? I'm pretty sure it is. Somebody asked, Max, why did the price go from $1,000 to $2,400? Well, actually the price was a lot more a long time ago. I'd say last year. A lifetime subscription was about $5K. Something we agreed on a long time ago. And then we had a couple incidences where we gave we had certain weekends where we had specials going on and that kind of stuff. And listen, if you see a special, if you see something that's buy this week and get one for free, or, get another membership for free, consider, and if it's more than a week old, it's probably not existent anymore. Okay. I'm still getting customers who are like, Max, I seen back in April of last year, you had a program. I'd like that program. Well, guess what, bud? That promotion is well gone. We're ones that in this industry, probably the most transparent and honest ones in the industry, that when we say, hey, there's only 3 or 4 left and we're only having this for a certain period of time, that's, as the Australians say, fair dinkum. That's for real. I'm not here to play scarcity games with you. One, I don't want to be messing around with just getting people to buy in all the time. I'm so tired of selling anybody. That's the other reason for the den. We made a joke yesterday about, Max never building again. Well, I'm tired of selling. I'm tired of selling people on the process. I'm looking to get 200 people that are here to make money and do it now. And if you're not here to do that, if you're here just to kick the tires, if you're here just to kind of punch me in the gut every time that you think that's not working, or you're looking to disprove a process, then keep going, because this ain't your place. I hate to be crude or rude or what have you, or crass, but I'm not looking to spend any more time for the type of individual that's going to be coming here with a bad attitude or a bad process.
On a positive note,
that's right.
On a positive note, I've been helping a number of people get started, in the den system, turning them on, activating their account and so on. So
absolutely,
there's a response out there. So if you're thinking about it, I would not wait too dang long. I don't mean to sound like the K-Tel guy, but people who have been lifetime members already, founders and so on, they're going to get the first group of slots. So a bunch of slots are going to disappear of that 200. Some of them are experienced enough that they may not need to go back into training, but there were a lot of people that bought in and then have struggled, let's put it that way, with understanding what it is and how to trade it. And those people are jumping in. So, if you're thinking about it, now's the time. I would not wait.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the scarcity process is very real with us. We know what we know about our company and what our system and what we do. And we know that if we're making this process available to where you have direct access to myself, to Thor, to Paul, to Vivian, or not Vivian, but to, Don, Ron Fickert and David Menning and other people that have success. And I would like to put your name to that. There are other people, trust me, there's a lot more people in there making money. But some people can't handle, like David Menning is like the salt of the earth. And so is Ron Fickert. You guys, if you go into, I have a lot of Discords, so please bear with me. If you go in, look at David Menning's in there, he's showing, he's helping people, he's getting people on. This guy's the salt of the earth. Okay. You got people in there who are asking questions and trying to get their stuff on. In this system here, we're going to be rebranding and have a lot more stuff on board. But this system's called Discord. It fills in. You can attach. You can see notes. You can go to live stream rooms. There's a whole bunch of things we're going to have in this, and we're developing this out. Now, remember, this is a rolling start. And I do this for a reason, because I need the help of many other people that are going to come in and help and see, okay, this is not working. This needs some help, or Max, I need more information here. We're willing to do that. Okay. But let me tell you, there's a lot of work to be done to get to your level of success, even if it's just trying to make $100 a day. There's work to be done. But how satisfying is it when you can put it on like a semi-auto pilot? All these people in here who are putting the efforts in. Look, these success rates for David Menning are real. I've seen them. I know what they are. I know his level of integrity. He's beyond reproach. There's other people in here that are building up on that. Don't be left out. Now, if you need help with our system and buying in and all that, if you haven't bought in yet, if you need a deal, you need some sort of anything, we're willing to work with you. If you've been here for a while and you have a paying system, we're going to be reaching out to you, because the monies that you have paid to be here, we're going to be helping you put into the lifetime subscription to get into the den. Once we open this thing up all the way, the people that have come in already, we're going to be putting you into certain groups on how you're trading. Like if you're trading the 1 hours and here's where you go, here's what you do. If you're trading 2 hours, if you're using the Dex Atomic, or if you're using spreadsheets, or if you're using the alert system, I'm going to have you in a special group because you're going to be focused on that. I don't need you to be in a group that's using the charts and trading with the charts with somebody who's just using a signal. You all confuse each other. We're going to get you classified. We're going to say, okay, this is the time that you're trading. So here's the, chart trading group, and here's what you go in to discuss each day. And here's a group for you to go in for when you're trading just the signal. And we're going to be able to build this with all of you in mind to get to one common goal: making money, live money, not just demo, not just learning trading. This isn't trying to this is like learning a new language, but you're going to be able to use it and make money with it. And that's what we have to focus on, nothing else. Okay. Thor, thanks a lot, man.
Oh, you're welcome.
Punching in there. Chris, you got anything you want to add for the last part?
No, just remember, with understanding comes patience.
Mm-hmm.
So if, when I talk with a lot of folks, so if you have a particular, situation or whatever, and I can help you get into the correct room, or, with the Discord and any particular things that you might that you might need or help, just let me know, and we'll work with you, and whatever situation that you're in. But you gotta let me know, and we'd love to have you on board.
Yeah, Chris is wonderful making deals. Trust me, I know. Why do you think he's my partner?
If you catch me on customer service, it's your lucky day.
Yeah, right. I'm more. See, as of late, I've been more of the bad cop, and he's been the good cop. Oh, bad analogy. But my concept, as of late, has been tested because there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes that some of you don't know. There is a lot of work. These things didn't just build themselves. They were built by me now. And it's very difficult to build and program and track and make sure everything's working good. We're talking about people's livelihoods and money, people's lives. And I'm not egotistical to think that it all rides on me, but a lot of it does. And it's very frustrating to me when things don't work out or things break or those kind of processes. I can handle it with the best of them. And the one common thing that I see, even though that Thor says that there's a lot of great push for it, and there are some great people that are here, they're coming in, they're making stuff, and he's right, you got to get in quick, because when we close the door, and this is what we all get worried about, I can't make a deal with you after we close the door. There's no deal to be made. I can't, because I can't step out of my role to getting people to their idea of success. If I say 200 people are going to be in there and we're going to get 200 people to making money, making money, that takes a lot. It takes a lot to get one person there, but we're going to be getting 200 there. And it's first come, first serve. So if you're first in line, you're the first person we talk to, we get you on board, we get you all set. There's another person, there's groups of 3 or 4 that we're going to be bringing in, and here's what you're going to do. There's roles that you're going to be fulfilling to make sure that your journal is on, that you got to be doing every day, and we're going to hold you accountable. You know why? Because in this world, if you're not doing it, somebody else will. And if you want to do it, if you really want to make it work, you will make it work. But if you start like half-assing it, and you're really not, I don't know, I didn't have a lot of time to trade today, so I didn't really trade. That's fine. I'm going to put you in a different room. Seriously. Because I need to save those spots for those people that are really trying to get to that live and are trying to make the money. That's my primary focus. My primary focus is not just give you opportunity, it's to give you opportunity so you could seize it, so you could take it and make it work. I'm depending upon you to do your part. You're depending on me to make it work and make it real. I'm depending on you to make it work and make it real for you. I told Chris and Thor and the other staff and the other partners that I'd rather have 200 people that are really pushing it than 2,000 people that are sort of meh. Because I know I can trust those 200 people to do their part. So make sure that if you're going to come in, and if you got doubts, don't worry. Still call us, talk to us. Even if you're unsure, I'll be able to tell you quickly. Do you have the time? We'll talk about a few things. We'll see if you have the time. I haven't met but maybe a handful of people that I've had to say, hey, look, even before they test it, I don't think you should do this. If you don't got the time, if you don't got an hour to 2 hours a day over a period of time, not just all sitting down at once, then maybe not be for you. If you're just looking for supplemental income to make a couple extra bucks here and there, there's another program for you. It's not us. What I'm looking to do is to put people in the chair or within certain reason to trade, to make your money and make it every day. Or maybe not every day, but at least well enough, right? I only trade 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And sometimes I may trade Sunday night, but for the rest, I don't trade Fridays. Other people do. And you can too, but I don't. I use that as my fun day, my cheat day. I play games with my kids. I do other things. Because I know that CVG is a very big part of my life, consistency plus volume. And if I can get enough trades to get to myself to about $100, $200 a day, $100 a day, then I know I can easily go to 2 with 2 contracts. I like to make math easy. So be prepared. You're going to see these videos. They're going to get sharper and sharper And then slowly, as the den builds up, the general public won't see these videos anymore. We've been a great public service for a long time, trying to help as many people get to their idea of success. But now the best way I could do that is how we're doing it right now. We're going to make it exclusive. We're going to pull it in real tight. We're going to make 200 people their money, get them on board. Once we fulfill that rate, if we open up the door again, it's because we've gotten 200 people to making money. And that says volumes. And once you guys are making money, you go into a certain maintenance category. And we either bring in another 200 people at that point, or 100. If we get to 100 and we got 100 in the room or doing whatever, we can handle more, then we got more. Because at the time, we're going to be meeting people that want to help with that process as well. But we'll all see. We don't know what we don't know yet. We may get 200 people, and in 3 weeks, 3 months later, we might have another 200 people we put in. Who knows? Nadex might be knocking at my door soon, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. I don't want to take too much more of your time. Today was a pretty good day in trading for some, for most. There was a lot of news happening. I'll be back in at the top of the hour at 12 o'clock trading again. If you're unsure where to go to get the den link, I'm going to be putting it in the description of this video on YouTube on the live section. But also I'll be sending it to everybody that's in our list. I'll also later on have a link on the front page of the website because we haven't shut down the actual payment systems yet for everybody for just having a regular membership yet. We'll be doing that over the next couple of days. But June 30th, we start the main campaign where we shut down all the membership fees of people coming in and buying membership fees from the general public. And you can only buy a den package. We have a payment plan. We have a program. You spend $100 for a lot of months, $100 a month for a lot of months. Once you go live, there's a processing fee to go live. Or once you go live after 1 month of making money, it shoots, there's like a $47 processing, not processing. It's a desk fee for just being here, making sure that all the signals are on and you got the bots, you got everything you need. It's to help pay for, support staff and systems and servers and stuff like that. But it's well worth it. Trust me. It's well worth it. It's your tools. We make sure, because if we just sold a lifetime thing and that was it, and the cost eventually will outweigh the process. And if you can't make more than $50 a month in your solution, then we have a major problem. We haven't done our job. Making a couple $100 a day, $300 or $400 a day, you should easily pay for that quickly. And if you're coming in, we're going to have certain deals that are going to be coming out over the next couple of days as well. You might get one for half off paying for, a $2,400 lifetime membership is nothing to sneer at. Trust me, I know it's expensive. And if you got it to pay it outright, then we can cut some deals for you. We may even have a half off here coming on Friday. I'm not sure yet. It all depends. But again, we have payment systems, $100 a month, $200 a month. If you need something smaller, then we can work something out. You'll be paying for a millennia, but still. If you're going to get to making money live, then it could happen very quickly. You could pay that thing off.
That $100 a month is not far from what most people are paying. Some people are paying like $157.
Yeah.
And others are paying like $97 because they got a deal, they got a coupon or something.
Right.
Chris was real generous on the phone that day.
Oh yeah, he's a major coupon freak, man.
So it's not a price increase. It looks like a big price increase, $2,400, but if you're going to stick with us anyway, you're going to be paying $100 a month anyhow, or you were.
Right.
So it's not a price increase.
Well, let me knock it down between the teeth here right now, right? So here's my live account, okay? And let's just pretend that I've been gone live. This is just June, so we're still like June 16th. So this isn't very much. I'm only trading one contract at a time, okay? But let's say that I was trading for a couple of months, and I'm paying my 100 and I'm getting my thing on, and I get into a couple of months of trading live, and I decide that I want to trade, and I'm at a point now where I'm trading 4 or 5 contracts at a time. This for a 2 week, not even full 2 weeks, okay, would be close to $2,400. Okay. And in that case, actually it'd be a little bit more. It would be $3,200 for 2 weeks. So that's about $6,400 a month. If it was me, I would say, Max, listen, give me a deal, knock off a couple $100 and I'll give you a 2K. Be done. I've just made 2K for the month, or I've made 4K or 6K for the month. You know, give me a deal and I'll pay it off. You see, so getting in the door, you may pay a couple $100 in the very beginning couple of months, but then a month later, 2 months later, 3 months later, you're making $5,000-$6,000 a month. And really, the sky's the limit at that point. It's how much can you effectively do every single time? There's no guarantees here. Some of you are going to win. Some of you are going to lose. Some of you are going to get greedy. Some of you are going to make mistakes. But guess what? We're here to help you and analyze that and look at that process and help you figure that out. What did you do wrong? What did you do right? Start off slow, incrementally crawl. These are things that are very powerful terms that most people don't realize until they get in and start doing them. Do we have bots? Yes. Do we have automatic trading systems? Yes. But even those come with consistency and value and trust and patience and discipline and all those great words that make up the process. Like the David Mennings and the Ron Fickers. This comes with great discipline. This is not just go in and trade every single signal, because he would have probably lost, right? $86, $129, $73, $63. Very first day in, lost 1, 1-3. So tell me, is it worth it? Absolutely. Win very soon. Be prepared. We're not messing around now. We have clients that have came in and bought the programs just straight outright, ready to go. Get people to pay thousands of dollars to be here because they know it's real. All right. I'm going to stop banging in your ear. The proof is here. The process is ready. It's going to get put all together in a nice little bow here over the next couple of weeks. We got until June 30th. And if you're, listen, I talked to a client yesterday who's like, well, Max, I was going to get in, I got for Thursday and I was going to get in over the weekend, but I decided to wait until Monday to get your $1,000 lifetime, and it's gone. It's like, wait, where is it at? Well, it's the program. It's gone. But we're willing to make deals and help people, but I can't just roll back stuff to roll back stuff. We're helping people out. We're trying to make things work. I got to be true to my word, because if I'm not true to you, I'm not true to anything. All right. So don't hesitate. Get in now. Get training. Get a jump on. I would really love to see, 30, 40 people in this thing by the end of the week. And we're starting to work on getting people in to trading the process in a particular way, getting them categorized, getting them into their little dens, if you will, and really start. I would love to see by the end of June, some people making into live. Be the David Mennings and be making just even $100 a day, $50 a day. Would love to see that. Can you imagine that? 2 weeks from now, 50, 60 people in making money live. Another 2 weeks from them, another 50, 60 people. Probably even more. So looking forward to it. You guys have a great day. Chris, thanks, man, for hanging out. I'm going to call you here in a second. And then,
hey, Max, just
yeah,
to let everybody know, we're not, we're not 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. So we all work from our homes. So just be aware of that, because we got a couple people say, oh, it's after 5 o'clock. I get home from work and so on and so forth. And it's, if we're available in the evening and, we don't, don't answer or whatever, we'll get back to you. Or if we happen to be there on customer service, we'll get back to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I go into the evenings. No problem. Just let people know. Use
I've
that phone
always,
number that's on there.
I've always tried to call back. There's a lot of times when, man, people kind of get me at like 2 o'clock. Like literally, I'm coding, literally sitting in Facebook, and talking to somebody in Facebook, but then coding and doing something else, and somebody's calling me on the cell, and they're like, I didn't expect you. I just wanted customer service or leave a message. I didn't expect you to pick up. You know, you never know. You might get me. You want to get Chris or Thor or somebody, but you may not. You may get me. And if you get me, then it's just part of my part, right? I'm no big celebrity. I'm just here to help you. But you really want Chris, because Chris has got the deals, man. Apparently, Chris has got all the deals. He's got the coupons. He's like that guy you see on the corner with the watches. You know, I'm only kidding. He's not that.
You know, I used to send out a $50 coupon to a lot of people, and I'll tell you what, I bet there's people who are kicking their butt that didn't take that back then.
I know, right? I used to chastise Thor on that. I'd be like, hey, listen, what's with the coupon, man? You know, and it's like they would go all over the place, and you'd get some people who come in with that. But you know, hey, we were sincere to help people. That's what it is. We really do want to help people. And sometimes money is the object that keeps you from doing it. And we don't want that to be, but we can't have it for free. God, that rhymed and I didn't want it to. Okay. But if you can afford even a certain amount of money per month, whatever it is, to get in, to really make it a hustle, the big commitment is not the money. The big commitment is your time and your effort and what you really want from this. And if you really want it, I'm willing to help you with it. But I can't listen to, if you're going to doubt, if you're going to kick yourself, if you're not going to, I don't know if I got the time really, then if you're not sure, then don't do it. I'm the first person to tell you that. And I may lose business for that. But if you're unsure, the best way to find out for sure are only two ways: talk to us or come in and do it and exhaust it.
You know, I don't think we've ever taken somebody who we were unsure about, you know.
Well, I know I haven't. I mean, I know we've had people that have come in and be like, yeah, I'm possibly sure I can do it. And I know they can do it, but it becomes a matter of will at that point. Yeah. And I've let people go at that level. Like, all right, listen, man, I don't think this is it for you. We had one gentleman who really just couldn't get the computer process. And that's not anything bad. Not everybody has the prowess to do this, but there was like no skill there at all. There was no ability for him to learn it because he had no want to do it. And every week he would ask the same thing: "You're going to find somebody to trade for me?" And the answer was no, we'll never do that. We're not allowed to. It's illegal. You know, and that's everybody has their idea of what an investment is and compared to what a trading is. All right. Back into the fold again. I got to get back to work. I got to do some trading myself, and then I got to get some building done because apparently I'm not going to build anything anymore after this time. And I'm going to, anything within the trading world, I should say. I really am through. I'm really, this is it. We found the holy grail for us. It's the ATM process. People are making money, making it consistently. They're making money in the ITM system for Dex Atomic. Even with Victor SA yesterday telling us that he's making money with the Zedon. There's other people making money with the Zedon, you know, depending on what ones that they do and how they do it, but they put a lot of work in there. I'm Maxx Fairo. This is DexFX Markets. Thor, Chris, thanks a lot for hanging out and being a part of it. We'll talk to you all soon.
Thanks, Max.
You have a great day. We'll see you next time. And as always, live well.